All right, let's take a look at what's going on out in Albuquerque, where we are looking at a few clouds out there. Pretty quiet start to the day, which is really a good thing. We've gotten so much rainfall lately that it is good to dry out at least for a little while before we get another round of showers and storms going later on today. Right now, 78 degrees across the metro with a variable wind at 6 miles per hour. Temperatures across the north into the 70s and 80s, down to the south into the 80s and 90s, almost up to 100 degrees already in Carlsbad. Another hot afternoon on the way there, but you will notice the cooler temperatures across the northeast. We have a cold front that is now moving in, and we are seeing those drop in temperatures. We're also seeing the moisture bump back up as well. We're up to a 66% relative humidity in Clayton, 64 in Raton, 61 in Las Vegas. So across the northeast, we're getting more juice to work with, and that's where we have our flash flood watches in effect through the evening hours tonight. This is really the target area to see some of the heavier rainfall, and you've got to remember, we do have pretty wet surfaces already from all the showers we've seen over the past 2 or 3 days. So it's not going to take much to get that flash flooding going, and one of the areas that we're going to be watching in particular this afternoon is right along the I-25 corridor up against the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. Right now, things relatively quiet, getting a couple of storms now starting to fire over the Sangre de Cristo Mountains down toward the Sacramentos as well, and we will be looking for a little bit more action later on this afternoon, again, mainly over the northeastern corner of the state where we do have more of that moisture, and as that front continues to work its way across the state, we're going to see the central and western portions of the state get into the act as well. In fact, we're going to be looking at a gusty East Canyon wind as that front makes progress through Santa Fe and Albuquerque later on tonight, and then eventually tomorrow we'll have a much better shot at getting some showers. And we have had some pretty impressive rainfall over the past couple of days. In Roswell, we've seen 2¼ inches of rainfall. Melrose up to about 2½ inches, but look at Newkirk, over 7 inches of rainfall this week alone. It has been a very wet go across the eastern portion of the state. The same story up into Raton and over to Mosquero, where we've gotten 4½ and 5 inches respectively. So we are looking at quite a bit of saturation on the grounds, and as this front makes its way into the northeast, it's going to be adding more to what we're seeing already with some of the flash flooded areas. So it's not going to take much to get that flash flooding going, and eventually into tomorrow we're going to push that front across the state, and that's going to give us a shot at getting some showers across the central and western portions of the state as well. And as far as Albuquerque precip goes, so far this month, we've picked up 3.34 inches of rainfall. That's the most rain we've seen since September of last year. You'll probably remember we had a couple of big rain days back in September of last year, and if we can get to 4 inches this month, it'll be the first time since July of 1930 that we have seen 4 inches in 1 month. So it is going to be a close one. We have a couple of more days to see what kind of rainfall we can get. It should be interesting. Over southern Colorado, temperatures into the 80s for this afternoon with scattered afternoon showers and storms, and the storms keep on coming through the end of the week and into the weekend. Over the northwest, partly cloudy skies, highs into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. We continue with the showers through the end of the week and the weekend as well. Highs eventually dropping to the mid-80s by early next week. Over the southwest, partly cloudy skies, highs into the mid-90s this afternoon. We continue with the showers and storms, especially through tomorrow, Friday, and into the weekend as that front makes progress across the state. Over the southeast, we'll continue with the chance at a couple of showers and storms, a little bit better chances Friday into Saturday, with temperatures dropping back to the upper 80s. Over the northeast, widespread showers and storms. So this is the target area for this afternoon, and we'll continue with those showers and storms through the rest of the week. Over the northern mountains, numerous afternoon showers and storms, especially over those higher terrain locations into the higher elevation communities, and we'll continue with those showers and storms through the rest of the week as well. Over the east mountains, a few afternoon showers and storms, highs in the mid-80s in the metro, upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Gusty winds later on this evening and tonight as that front makes progress into the city, and then much better chances at showers and storms for the Albuquerque metro area once again for tomorrow and Friday.
Okay, thank you, John.